Today I'm going to demonstrate how you track time in LeanLaw. There's 4 ways to track time in LeanLaw, and we meet all the timekeeper personalities. I'm going to start my time tracking with our desktop tracker. This is LeanLaw's desktop tracker. It is a installed application, Mac or PC, sitting on your desktop, and it's for those folks that don't want to log into a web-based application all day long. It has 3 major tabs: My Matters, My Day, and My Timers. My Matters are matters that you have access to, with the matter you most recently worked on top. If you don't see your matter and you need to look it up, you can just use our search or filtering. It's powerful, and you can search by the matter name, the client name, or the matter ID. If I'd like to do a time entry here, you can see I have the plus to create a new entry, or I could initiate a timer. I'll do a new entry by using the plus. For this time entry, I want to use snippets. Snippets are phrases of text that the firm creates, entirely unique to the firm, that can also have key codes, so you can use keyboard commands to create macros. I click there and I will populate the time entry. I'm going to say this is a half hour. We bill in tenths or quarter increments, and of course it's billable. And that's it. I've created the time entry for that. That will automatically upload to the Google Cloud. There's no additional work needed. Timers are here, and we can have multiple timers open, only one timer active at a time. And you just can move between them here by getting the play button or pause. If I create a time entry from my timer, and this one didn't have a client or matter, so I'll just say this is the test firm and it has a specific matter, and I can add my text. Now here we have the ability to keep the timer. What that means is I have an active timer happening. I want to track a certain increment of time, but leave that timer open because I'm going to use it again. And if there are leads associated with the client, those will appear in the time entry. Last is My Day, where I can see what's happening on this day or any day and edit straight from here. And also some shortcuts to create timers if you get a phone call or email. And again, that's the desktop tracker. I'll move now to the LeanLaw Cloud. This is our calendar page. I'm refreshing because I want to show that I just created this time entry here. So without any effort, it's automatically here. On the timer page, we can see upper left-hand corner, a month view, and the green lines show the density of how much time I produce on a given day. So I can see on the 2nd, I had put less time in, on the 16th, and so on. I also have another instance of these timers. If the desktop tracker, which can be installed on multiple machines, is on your work machine and you come home and work on a laptop, you can pick up those same timers, add time as you see fit, and the calendar can be used in day view or in multi-day view. To create a time entry on the calendar page, I just open it and I have the same interface that I used before. So this calendar is the second tool to track time for that visual time tracker. They want to see their day laid out in the day planner-like mode. The third tool is what we call our timers page. And this page has 2 functions, now actually 3. The first function is a time review page. So I can use this to review my time. I have many different filters here over time period, client matter, timekeeper, and so on, that I can review my time here and edit anything quickly from that same interface that we've seen before. Also export time. So if you need to do a judiciary summary or some other reason for exporting time, or you can do that here by just exporting it and we'll go straight to Excel. The third time entry is, we call the time entries, which we use to create. I can pick my client, pick my matter, and again, I can do pick matter and associate the client. So if I'm insurance defense and I have a lot of matters with one client, I'll drive that by picking the matter, and the client would be associated. I'll add my snippet here. We'll say this is 0.4, this is billable, and we say save. If I say save in new, what happens is it keeps some of the key data, but I can create a new time entry. So I'm going to still work with the Karen Jones case, but I'm going to do a time entry on the 15th, add some different snippets, and save in new. And I'm now adding another entry for her on the 2nd. Again, drive this by snippets, and you can see very quickly I was able to add multiple time entries for that. If I'm doing it for a particular day, just change the day and keep the day and change the time matter. Now, we also have the ability to look at your Outlook calendar with emails being added shortly. So this is reading directly from my email, from my Outlook calendar. And I simply say add, and open up and associate a client and a matter with this. It picked up the subject from the calendar name and the duration. It was a half-hour meeting, and I can save that, and it's good to go. If I'm looking for a more visual representation for insights or understanding what I've done in a given month, now I showed you the calendar on the calendar page that showed the month view. This is a different visualization with far more detail. We're looking at that 8-hour threshold, and I can see where I was relative to that in the bar in any given day. If I click on a particular day, it will summarize those hours below as well. And I can see different matters, total hours and total entries for this period, and of course, change it based on whatever time frame. In review, 3 different primary tools. Our desktop tracker that works where you can quickly and effectively on a Mac or PC have just a simple companion app open to track time. We have our calendar page where I can see a given day or week and enter my time there with the timers. And lastly, our time entries page, which is both a time review and time reporting page, but also a bulk entry page with 365 integration with calendars and email to come.